Hello, Principals Leadership 2. Welcome to week 32. Our topic is challenges and choices. Let's go ahead and take a look at the learning concepts for this activity. They are decision making, personal values, understanding ethics and ethical behavior, and our goals are that participants will learn how they can apply ethics when making decisions, identify similarities and differences in groups regarding ethical values and behaviors, and then explore the what if questions that can affect ethical decisions. Ethics and ethical decision making can be a challenging topic to address within a group because each member has a growing awareness of the inconsistencies of ethical behavior modeled by leaders and others in power around them. Think about Hitler as an example of a leader, and then think about Helen Keller possibly as a leader. Totally different, and the ethics behind what they did is interesting to look at. This activity allows participants to privately evaluate their personal ethics by taking an inventory, which you will do, to discuss these attitudes at your own comfort level and to explore as a group, if you want, the grade areas involved in making decisions. Making ethical decisions, whether personal or as part of a group, is never easy. Some individuals may have a concrete sense of what to do in most situations, relying on the black and white rules or results. Others may feel unprepared or unable to choose between difficult choices that appear gray. At times, people may simply want to act on their first thought that comes to mind, regardless of how wise or unwise it may be. By taking time to establish personal guidelines for weighing the issues involved, people can learn how to do what's most right in many circumstances or dilemmas they face throughout life. Guidelines you form now will also serve you well throughout your life. Depending on the developmental level of group members, dealing with issues of right and wrong can lead to heated debates. This is especially true if some are still in the concrete thinking stages and are not yet ready to apply learning more abstractly. Concrete thinkers still believe they are cut and dry answers to most issues. Abstract thinkers are capable of recognizing that decisions may have personal repercussions. These individuals will likely be more willing to explore the vague areas that may make many dilemmas complex to resolve. Here's what I'd like you to think. I don't know if you've ever seen the movie John Q, but I highly encourage you to watch it, especially if you can watch it this week. This video and this movie I find to be very intriguing because it really takes the idea of ethics and pushes the envelope. In this story, Denzel Washington's son, they weren't aware of it, but he actually had a heart condition and he passed out during a baseball game, rushed him to the hospital, and he was put on an emergency care. However, due to the family's insurance that wasn't willing to pay for his son to have a transplant, his expectancy for life went and had diminished quite drastically. And of course, as a father or as a parent, you never want to see that for your child, knowing that you are willing to pay and do whatever's at stake to keep your child alive, but the hospital will fight with you because you don't have insurance to prove that you're going to pay your bill, and they want their money, and they want their money now type of philosophy. So in the movie, he makes some interesting decisions on how he goes about getting what is best for his son. And it's really pushing the envelope because when you take a hospital hostage, that's dependent upon what you think is ethical. Do you think that that was the most right thing he could have possibly done to fix the situation, or was it not? And that's where it comes down to think about the level of ethics. In my eyes, if it was my child, to be honest, I probably would have done the same thing. So, the challenge and choices we have with making ethical decisions calls for a balancing between our personal values and what others need. In group situations, it means respecting everyone's values and acting with integrity in an attempt to do what's right for the group. Taking time to evaluate your own personal values and views about making decisions in challenging situations can contribute to being able to stand on solid ground once decisions are being made. So for this activity, you are going to do an inventory of ethical choices for yourself. You have the decision whether you would like to share it with peers in this class or not, but I want you to keep in mind throughout the whole activity to keep in mind what the definition of ethics is. Ethics is deciding what is right or most right in any situation, especially when there's no clear answer to what really could be the right answer. This assignment is that you, number one, will complete that inventory in Blackboard, then send via email a reflection to Mrs. Brown on the following questions. Number one, how can completing this inventory help you think about and prepare for situations you'll face now and from now on? And then can you think of a recent situation where your code of ethics was challenged? How did you deal with it? What did your decision and how did your decision affect others? And then do you think a person can be a good leader or group member without being ethical? So think about that. If you have any questions, as always, please let me know, and I hope you have a great week. Thanks.